welcome to a brand new series called Planetary Delight. Today we are going to be talking about the moon phases using America's favorite treat, the Oreo. I apologize for the minor inconvenience, but I just convinced my script supervisor to go out and get some more Oreos with a few kind words and a gentle gesture. He should be back at any moment. So the goal for tonight is to explain the moon phases and how and why it works. I had this idea from an Instagram photo where all the Oreos are in a circle and each Oreo displays a moon phase. But the photo got a few things wrong, and we'll get to that later. Thank you kindly. And before we get into the demonstration, let's get into the explanation. So, just as the Earth orbits around the sun, the moon, pardon the size, does the same thing. And we get to see this rotation every 28 days. Why? Because the sun is the closest light source. And all of the planets, including the moon, enters some sort of phase, especially if you're standing right here. And you get to see Venus and Mercury do the same. Now, I really hope that you're not standing on Mercury, for example, because if you were standing on Mercury, you'd be cooked well done. And nobody likes a well-cooked steak, Janice! Now it's time for the sweet part. For this part, you can pause the video and get the following things. The Oreo, 8 to be precise, a knife, and some food coloring. And I'll give you to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2.
So here are some guiding pictures to help you create a montage of your delicious moons. Each picture is the moon at its peak phases. New moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, third quarter, and waning crescent. What you want to do to mimic these is to take off the first wafer, and it's as straightforward as you can get at that point. Move the wafer in tandem to what you see on the paper, and it's easy peasy.
Look at that. Got a little collage going on here. But Jordan right here, you silly goose. Our quarter and gibby don't even look right. Well, duh. There's a reason why I said the Instagram photo looks incorrect. Now, in order for it to actually be right, we have to do a little sculpting. Whew. We just got it in.
So for the quarters, cut or break the removed wafer in half, as perfect as you can get it. As for the gibbous phases, you will need to cut it. That's what the icing is for. Once that's cut, then the other Oreo piece can have a funeral with a 2020 to 2020 lifespan in your stomach.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be. There's one thing I forgot to mention though. See, we only get to see the phases every single night because of our angle towards the moon. What ends up happening is that even though that the moon is lit up on one side all the time, our angle to the moon from our position on Earth will always cast a certain shadow on one part of the moon in some way, shape, or form. That's why there's a full moon, and that's why there are new moons, and we don't even see those. And that barely scratches the surface on the moon. Join us next time for a little look-see into the eclipses, where we'll be using a heat lamp, some food coloring, and a jawbreaker.